Well, in a rare news conference today, President Trump, a rare Sunday news conference rather, announced a new step for a coronavirus treatment, a temporary emergency use authorization from the FDA for a treatment called convalescent plasma. The treatment uses plasma from the blood of patients who have recovered from COVID-19. It is then used to help treat patients hospitalized with the disease.
We saw about a 35% better survival in the patients who benefited most from the treatment, which were patients under 80 who were not on artificial respiration. We dream in drug development of something like a 35% mortality reduction. This is a major advance in the treatment of patients.
Today I approved a major disaster
The president urged
declaration for
Americans who have
California.
recovered to donate.